Introducing Machine Gun Kelly.
Let's get a training session in.
Who apparently is not a 1920s gangster, but indeed a modern day rap artist.
What's up, guys? I am Machine Gun Kelly, and welcome to the gym.
I am confused, about as confused as when I saw the great Robert De Niro, the brilliant Uma Thurman, and the powerful Christopher Walken starring in the movie The War with Grandpa.
This is like a college kid's dream room. Are you kidding?
A little piece of me died inside. Close your eyes and think of the deer hunter. That's better. I really want to scream "Mow" and slap the camera, but instead I'm going to take you on a journey through a men's health video where they frequently have different types of celebrities who run people through their workouts and their nutrition. And essentially, we're going to go through both perhaps the positive and the questionable. And this is the Let's Have a Chat playlist. So the most important thing is your input.
And this particular video by Men's Health is about Machine Gun Kelly's fitness transformation.
We're going to train a little bit today. For those who are wondering if I even trained, fair enough, because this wasn't the case years ago, but a lot of years of doing a lot of stuff has led me to believe that I gotta keep on living, gotta get stronger.
And so first of all, the positive. It's excellent to see anyone who is not a fitness professional, whether it be a musician, whether it be a gamer, promoting the importance of health and fitness. That is a very good thing, regardless of if you like this guy, if you don't like this guy. That message is very good. And by the way, you won't be shocked, I have no real idea about his music or his career at all. However, doing dips over the highway is stupid. And so in this clip, he talks about the transferability of his training to what he does, to have to perform on stage.
And I think when you're climbing 60-foot metal scaffolding, arm strength and leg strength and mental strength matters. So before we start, we're gonna get some stretching in. One of my favorite quotes someone told me was that your age isn't how old you are, but how flexible you are.
And so his warm-up is fairly simple, nothing extravagant here. It's dynamic movements to prepare him for the session. And of course, dynamic movements are good for warm-ups. And we could get technical about what dynamic means, but essentially, scientifically, it would be something that is not isometric.
It's a very important muscle, man.
And of course, the movements he's doing can prepare him for the actual movements in the session. So you may, in your warm-up, want to replicate your working sets with what you are doing in your warm-up to prepare you for them.
Squats with their back like this, so let's not do that. Just keep it straight and then plop down and take a giant.
The staggered stance squat. Tony Horton entered the chat.
Turn on the ground. When you come back up, tap the shoulder, come back down.
Then you have the push-ups, the hip flexor stretch, aka the greatest stretch in the world. Okay, so he's going through upper and lower body dynamic movements as his warm-up. You may critique some of his form in this, but essentially it's just what it is, a fairly standard warm-up.
You didn't do it right.
Heads up, that's why they call him Machine Gun. To the meat, the workout, and essentially I want to ask this community your thoughts on his exercise selection, his reps, his sets, his intensity, his form also with these movements. What I will say to start is, in my opinion, they've just chosen 4 exercises using different tools, a mixture of upper and lower body, which look cool for camera, for the Men's Health video. In my opinion, this is not a carefully planned workout for a specific goal, and I'll explain a bit why. And so I'm really looking forward to reading your analysis of his exercises and his execution, but I will be explaining the ballistic part of the exercise session. And so it's a total body workout, a kettlebell deadlift, incline press, medicine ball throws and heavy bag punches, finishing with a machine back row. A bit jumbled perhaps, it's 3 sets of 8 and then finishing with 3 sets of 12. And so you may instantly think there's no quad dominant movement in there, there's no vertical pulling movement in there, for example, but maybe he does that in other sessions if he is training total body. But you may even want to critique the idea of training total body and whether that would be an effective training method, for example, for muscle growth, or whether, for example, splitting it into upper and lower body may allow a little more intensity and more work in that session for that segment of the body. And the other thing you might notice is for the repetition range, his intensity seems low. It seems as though he's using a very light weight that he can perform too easily for his repetition range, and therefore there's not adequate overload, which is of course vital. But of course this may just be because it's demonstration for the Men's Health video, so that is probably a valid reason for that. But of course if you're thinking his intensity looks low, that is the correct application.
Okay, this exercise is called the stagger stance deadlift. So you're gonna, again, line the toe up of one foot with the heel of the other foot. We're gonna get some weights like this. We're gonna bend down. Now when we do, we're gonna keep our knees bent and our back straight. This is a lot about your hamstrings and your posture, your lower back posture.
And so he starts with a staggered stance deadlift, and the posterior chain is of course vital, which translates to major bodily movements, for example, running.
All right, so that's my trainer, Nick. I hate him and love him because...
Then he goes to the incline press.
Fat bells.
Big, fat, stupid bells. So you just take them like here.
Big press. Yep.
Nice big press. Big
press. Good.
Nick, will you tell?
And perhaps his trainer who's next to him may want to think about the bounce at the bottom of that movement. But again, I want to put it out to you what you think about the execution, the selection, and the performance.
All right, this exercise right here is about our core and our anger a little bit. So we're gonna take this ball, we're gonna toss it against the wall, get a full rotation.
And so this bit is slightly humorous, as I'm sure any combat athletes in this community can attest to. But the medicine ball throw is a legit exercise working on that transverse plane of motion. How can I not show this clip again? And so he goes straight from that medicine ball throw to the punches. Now, one issue with that is you can almost see how supersetting these two exercises, his medicine ball throw execution perhaps suffers. It's almost as if he's thinking about the next exercise, the punching, as he's doing the throw, just trying to move through that throw as quick as possible to get to the punches. And so I think it'd be a highly useful application to just do the medicine ball throw as the exercise set. Focus on that power, the acceleration through the movement, really focus on the quality of repetitions. And when it comes to a ballistic medicine ball throw, you're looking for continual acceleration through the concentric phase and a minimal deceleration. And so ballistic training, very simply communicated, refers to the throwing of objects or trajectory training. You are looking for that great acceleration through the concentric phase and a minimal deceleration to help create those neurological and physiological adaptations. And in the case of ballistic training, those adaptations will be motor unit recruitment and also firing rate, for example. And I have so many videos about muscle fibers, motor units, what they are, firing rate, all those things. But essentially, with a ballistic exercise, you're looking to create a large amount of force in a short amount of time. And so when it comes to the goals of the session, it's a bit muddled up. You have his 3 sets of 8 and his 3 sets of 12 back row we'll get to. And then you have essentially a power exercise here, but he's performing it in a way that's more for conditioning than for power. Doing 5 rounds of 30 seconds on each side is very high for power training. And so the way they're performing this would not be effective for power training. It's more conditioning. So again, it's slightly jumbled. And in my opinion, it's just 4 different exercises they've put into a video using different tools to kind of look interesting for camera.
And now we've got our core tight, warmed up, and I'm a little less angry.
And this is not meant to be some overt criticism of him. These are just the issues I want to raise for discussion with this community, because they're all learning examples, both positive and negative, that we can all learn, develop, grow, and think about. And again, nothing extravagant here. 3 sets of 12 with the back row, and of course the backflip gag.
All right, Men's Health, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Machine Gun Kelly Total Body Workout for today. I'm gonna go ahead and bust a celebratory backflip up real quick because I'm just that excited. Look at that real quick though. Oh my God, did you guys see that? Crazy. Have a good night.
I'm James Linker, this is Shredded Sports Science. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.